A couple of months ago, I saw something that would change things for me. It was a short news clip by the BBC. It was about the beer brand Haywards 5000, a brand that was established by my family. A few phone calls and emails later, I set out plans to travel to India, to Bangalore for an internship. My first task was to spend some time in the office and research the brand. From where it started in 1904 to where it is today. My name is Ben Hayward, and this is the story of Haywards 5000. I arrive in Bangalore. It's a terrific city with some wonderful people. I get settled at Saab Miller, which is now the holding company of Haywards 5000. As part of my internship with Saab Miller, I'm going to be doing some research on the heritage and origins of Haywards 5000. So I'm thinking of going to Goa first of all, because that's where my auntie and uncle have their guest house. It's a great place to start, but beyond this, anywhere you'd suggest?
Yeah, definitely. I think you just need to add the markets in the north.
The north, yeah.
Particularly Haryana and Punjab.
Okay,
really good.
That'd be really, really interesting.
Sure thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Akash.
Anything else, let me know.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Okay.
Bangalore has been great, but now it's time for my first stop, which is Goa. I have a feeling this is going to get even better. Because I'm meeting my aunt and uncle, Charlotte and Simon. This is the first time I'm visiting Lavender, which is now their hotel.
Great to have you here.
Finally.
This is room, it's called Kanaga.
Okay, so this is the one on the banks of the Hooghly.
That's right, your great-grandfather's house. And next to it was the distillery.
The original distillery.
Yeah.
They have a lovely place here, full of history and old photographs regarding all things Haywards, which provides the perfect starting point for the trip. Amazing. Kanaga was based outside Kolkata.
Yep, that's where Hayward started, in around, I think, 1905, when your great-grandfather, Eric, came out to join his uncle.
At this time, am I right in thinking Kolkata was the capital of India?
Yeah, it would have been for about, until around, I think, 1910 or 11, it was the capital of India, and it was, and for the next 40 years, it was, I mean, after the war, Calcutta was an amazing place to live.
Which is when Grandpa, his brother-in-law and his brother were in charge of Haywards.
It was your grandfather who stayed on.
Who did, and he was then the face of Haywards.
Yeah, he took over as managing director, yes, of Shaw Wallace, because your great-grandfather sold the company to Shaw Wallace, which was one of the trading companies in Calcutta at the time.
Now, amongst all my research this week and time on the computer, I've of course seen the picture of Grandpa with Maharaja Desai.
Yes.
So he would have met the Prime Minister of India, which is...
He did.
Charlotte tells me of a store in town called Oscar's Junction. It turns out they know my grandmother as well. Let's see what I can find in there.
Hi Ben.
Hey.
Hi, it's Ashford. Someone said that you would be coming around over here.
Yeah. So this is your place, right?
Yes.
Tell me, do you sell a lot of Haywards here?
Oh, I do. Actually, it's nice to see I have a mixed clientele.
A couple of chats and a few beers later, I'm going to go spend some time looking around Goa. It's also a perfect opportunity for me to pick up something for Simon and Charlotte. Hey, evening.
Oh, hi.
Hey Ben, how are you?
Very well, thanks. How are you? I actually got a few things, well, something each for you guys for having me. So, Auntie, this is for you.
Ben, you are so clever.
And Sai, I know he was a friend of yours.
Oh, lovely, you've got a Mario. Yeah, he's a gorgeous man.
Am I right in saying I heard from someone in the family you have a game here?
Not really a game, it's the Hayward Challenge.
Challenge.
Because when I stopped giving it away free, I said, okay, it's free to anyone who beats the record.
It's sad to be leaving such a special place and my family behind, but it's time for me to head north, where Haywards 5000 is very popular. I've also heard it's a pretty spectacular part of the country. Now it's time for Amritsar. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to see here, but I've been told it's a lively place. It's home of the Golden Temple, of course. I'm meeting with Sai, the brand manager for Haywards 5000. He's going to take me to a special project run by his brand.
Hi.
Hi. Yes.
Welcome to Punjab.
Hi.
This is the first time in here?
Yes, no, second time. I've just seen something incredible. Haywards 5000 has been running an entrepreneurship program, kind of like Shark Tank or Dragon's Den. You get to pitch your business idea and the winner gets funding for it. I'm going to see if I can speak to Harpal, the candidate I've just seen audition.
Basically, it's a social service also. The people who are cross 60, they're
dependent on
they depend on others to bring them medicines and some other service. Exactly. We give all the service free of cost.
You put family up in guest house, aren't you?
Accommodation. We provide
accommodation. It's fascinating to see so many ideas. I really wish he makes it. I'd love to see what comes of it. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm going to have a go at pitching my own idea, Bengo Belts, a small business I started a few years ago. Let's see what they have to say. I'm only doing this for a bit of fun, but a lot of the contestants that come to these auditions are seeking life-changing funding and advice. It's so awesome to see the life-changing work of Haywards 5000 and the Hostler Bulland Academy especially. I'm still thinking of Harpal, who I met yesterday at the Academy. I admire his spirit and strength of resolve. I'm definitely hoping to meet a few more like him along my travels. Anyway, for that, I've got Gurpreet from Saab Miller, who I'm supposed to meet this morning. I have no idea what he's going to be showing me, but I'll go along and check it out. Oh wow, look at this. This is all Haywards one.
Yeah, consumer comes and buy the product and consume in the ahata.
Yeah.
Now let me show you the ahatas where the consumer sit and consumer bring.
Okay.
Traditional theka or ahata of the Punjab.
Okay, very traditional.
Traditional culture of the Punjab.
To the Punjab, okay. And
क्या हाल चाल है भाजी? बैठो 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 ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੀਅਰ ਪੀ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਹੇਵਰਡਸ ਇਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੋਤੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਕਰਨ
The people is what is making this trip so special. I'm so happy to have decided to travel around the country and meet so many different people from all walks of life. I'm telling Gurpreet that I'm due to visit my grandpa's business partners in Delhi. There are so many businesses, young and old, here in the Punjab, which is known for its entrepreneurial flair. There are also many faces full of resolve. There is so much to take home, if only I had the time. Next stop, Delhi and the brewery. After a long drive out of Delhi, in the heaviest monsoon rain I've ever experienced, I'm finally at Sonipat, and I'm meeting with Sanjay, who heads the brewery here.
We have the 4 ingredients, mainly the barley, malt, rice flour, that is adjuncts, okay, and that is the main ingredients we are using. And in Haywards, 20% malt we are using, 20% barley we are using, and 60% adjuncts as broken rice and rice flakes we are using.
And you can really smell it here.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Because we have added a lot of herbs for aroma and bitterness.
Yeah.
Number 1. Number 2, the fermentation is going on.
Yeah.
CO2 is coming out as a byproduct, which we collect and we purify that CO2 at 99.99%.
Wow.
And we again use for carbonation and for packaging the bottle.
So you're a lot of recycling in this thing.
We are using that CO2.
I've never seen anything like this. My first brewery experience, and it's not disappointing. In fact, this is one of the top 20 breweries in the world. What a place and what a privilege. And to top it all off, some fresh beer, 2 days old in fact, straight from the tap. This is certainly helping forget the fact that I was up at 4 AM. I've got another day in Delhi, and I'm going to try and see some of the city and meet some more faces. I remember my aunt, Charlotte, telling me about Anne Wright, an old friend of the family.
If you work out age, I think I've known Tony for something like nearly 70 years or grandfather.
I know, it's
Great
incredible.
grandfather.
You've known him a very long time.
Yeah, because I think I met him when I was about 18.
Which is...
I met him, and then he was a usher at our wedding.
Yeah.
Anne Wright and her family have known the Haywards for many years, and she has just told me so much I can take with me, including the fact that I should visit Calcutta, where the Haywards lived for many years. There are yet more faces and more interesting conversations.
In India and about the beer. So what does it mean to you? What does Haywards mean to you? Strong beer, obviously.
It's basically strong Indian beer.
It does the job for me.
And it does the job.
I don't like to take much calories, so it's 2 beers cannot do the thing. So yeah, I like it.
This makes for a great end to my short stay in Delhi. Goodbye Delhi, and now onwards to Calcutta. The last time I was here was in 2005, 10 years ago, for my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary. And now, here I am again, on a journey no less personal. This is where it was. This is where my grandparents were married. Indeed, very little has changed. I've been told that the Sen family was close to ours. I'm curious to know what they'd have to say. Charlotte sets up a meeting with Rima Sen for me. This should be a lot of fun. Granny told me that, and Dad and everyone has told me that they grew up next door to you guys. So
yes.
Can we see the house?
Yes, it's right there.
Is this one?
Take a look. Yes,
yeah.
It's right there.
This would have been their kind of town house, city house.
Okay.
And down the river was their their weekend place.
That's in the outskirts.
On the outskirts, exactly. Yeah. And that's where the original distillery was that made the gin and the vodka and the whiskey. I haven't had time to go and visit, unfortunately. Calcutta was beautiful. Nothing like any of the other cities I've been to. I can see why my family decided to live here for so long. It's hard to put into words everything I've seen, heard and learnt over the last couple of weeks. It's been an unforgettable experience. For a story started in humble beginnings by Eric Hayward over 100 years ago in West Bengal, I am now so proud to see the Haywards name enjoyed by so many people over an entire subcontinent every single day. Indeed, Haywards 5000 really is so much more than just the beer.